Hi, it's Neil James here. Just want to talk to you a little bit about the way I write my music. I said in a previous post that my songs are about life experience, and they are. There's one song that I wrote called That Swing, which will be on my second album. And that one was simply an idea that came into my head, and I started writing about it, and it came out. Really, it's just a love song from two people that meet, and you know, they grow old, and they're still sitting in the same place that they were when they started, uh, and that's what that one's kind of about. But in general, just like most songwriters, we talk about life experience. We fit that into music form, and it's not necessarily the song isn't necessarily about the exact details. It's kind of like an author putting something into story form. Their feelings and their perspective are in that story, but the story isn't 100% accurate. So for example, I have two songs that are really breakup songs, but they're talking about difficult relationships that sometimes you just have to walk away from those relationships because they're just so negative and so well, anyways, I don't really want to go into any kind of details on any of that stuff, but that's really what that's about. And it's just something that I put together to express how I feel about certain relationships. And I believe that there's a lot of people that can connect with those same feelings. And honestly, I think it's just an avenue where people can just kind of look at their own relationships and they identify with those things, and through music they're able to sort things out. And that's sort of how I do things. I write these things to sort out my feelings, and it's really helped to really take stock of what's going on in my own life, and just instead of letting all of these things affect me on a continual basis, I'm able to work through them because I've actually identified what I'm going through. And and uh, and sometimes you just have to walk away from people that really don't have your best interests in mind. So that's where I'm going with this video, is to explain a little bit how I do things. And I know that somebody did comment that they were concerned a little bit about my marriage, but it has really nothing to do with that. So I love my wife. Our marriage is fine. So just in case, some of you are listening to some of those songs and it sounds like I'm having a difficult time in my marriage or with my wife, it's not anything to do with that. It's just, like I said, putting some of the difficult relationships that I've been dealing with and putting it in a musical story form, really, and putting it out there. So hopefully that helps. Talk to you later.